Mind the business that pays you. Yeah. Our people walk in power, we gon' glow up. No fear, no doubt, we gon' show up. Set your boundaries, shine bright, no fright. Unapologetic, we fight for what's right. Family keeper, that's a state of mind. Power protection all by design. Family keeper, we rise, we shine. Power protection all by design. Mind the business that pays you.
Hey, Mindsetters, welcome back. You are tuned into Mind the Business That Pays You podcast. I'm your host, Monique Danielle Harrell, the CEO of Singleton Builders. We specialize in building modular homes.
And I am Jilma Bell Beecham, owner of CRJ Squeaky Clean. We are a family business.
And I'm Rochelle V. Gray, owner and CEO of the Power Elite Network, and also soon to be the Genius Grid Youth Entrepreneurial Incubator.
All right.
I'm excited.
Exciting.
I'm going to retire.
Yes. So we have a great show lined up for you today. We have our show topic is the business of humanity, living off the grid. Our special guest is Ebone Lockett, the CEO of Harvesting for Humanity. So make sure you stay tuned while she drops her backstory and some jewels for everybody that want to know about humanity and living off the grid. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Biz That Pays. Make sure you do that. You also can follow us on all social media, Facebook, Spotify, Apple, Instagram, you name it, you probably could find us. So make sure check for us, okay? Like and subscribe that YouTube channel. So, how was everybody's weekend?
Mine was great. And this weekend will be greater.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's right. I had a good weekend too. I really did.
How's the weather down there in Charlotte?
It's a little chilly, but I'm wearing, a short jacket,
Listen, when I was
still not a long coat.
When I was
and
down
no
there 2 weeks
gloves
ago,
and no
it was
hats.
freezing down there.
Yeah, the weekend you came, I'm like, y'all brought winter with y'all.
Oh,
We get that cold wind from Ohio sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. When it starts to change there, sometimes we get a sweep.
Okay. Well, we're about to do our CEO check-in. And today, my CEO check-in is finding a good realtor. A good realtor removes a lot of the stress and the risk from the process of you purchasing a home. The risk from the process of you.
I'm sorry, you got me. I'm on YouTube because I'm looking at the Mindsetters.
Girl, you made. I was like, what's going on? who out there? What is that word called? Echoing. What's that word called? Oh, heckling me. Yeah, I have 4 signs of when you know that you found a good realtor. Okay, the first one is look for experience that matches your goals. When you're hiring a realtor, make sure that they understand the lane that you're in. If you're an investor or you're a first-time home buyer, you're looking to do a fix and flip or buy new construction, make sure the realtor that you're choosing understands the lane that you're trying to go in, and they're not trying to steer you to get what they want you to get instead of what you're actually looking for. And I know a lot of people have had that experience. Jilma shaking her head.
I definitely, because I'm still looking now.
Right.
This is my third realtor.
Oh, my goodness.
So
just to make sure, we're going to give you 4 pointers to make sure that you know how you're choosing a good realtor. First one is look for experience that matches your goals. The second one is check their track record and reputation. They should be able to answer your questions. They should be able to show you recent sales that they have done. And they should be able to show you deals where they negotiated the closing of the deal in your favor. But now, don't forget, new realtors are about their hustle too. So you do have to give them a chance as well. Don't think because they're a new realtor, they have no track record yet. Everybody have to start from somewhere just to make sure they got that hustle and that drive and their real estate company is behind them. Third thing you should look for to know that you hired a good realtor is prioritize communication and responsiveness. If you have a realtor, you call her on Monday, she don't answer you till Friday, that's not a good realtor. Nobody's that busy. Everybody's time is valuable, including yours. So make sure that, they call you back, they answer your questions, and they don't brush you off. They do that, that's a sign of not having a good realtor. And the last CEO tip I'm going to give you is make sure they have a strong network. And what I mean by that is make sure if you get in a jam, which happens, they know inspectors to call to come out and do an inspection if need be. Make sure they know lenders in case you need to get approved. Make sure they know contractors and definitely a good title company. A lot of people, when you're trying to purchase your first home, you don't have a good title company. You may not have a title company at all. So make sure your realtor has a good network because at the end of the day, their network becomes your competitive advantages over everybody else who's looking for a property similar to what you're looking for. So again, check me out. Follow me, singletonbuildersllc.com. We specialize in building modular homes. If you need any type of home built, rehabs, or whatever, give us a call.
That's awesome.
Right.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
I'm going to take that tip too as I keep looking.
Yeah, realtors, I mean, sometimes you can get some good ones and sometimes you don't. So pay attention.
It's true.
But I like what you said. Give the new beginnings, right, a chance as well.
Absolutely, because we
Everybody
all
start
start from
somewhere.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
What are we echoing each other today?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So my CEO check-in today is about holiday oven, the drama of a holiday oven job, right? So, it's that time of year, those who cook, and, we usually in the kitchen for hours. That macaroni and cheese is smelling, and the yams, and, we got that glaze from the ham. And all of a sudden, you're chopping up other things, or you watch a TV, taking a break, and then you smell a burning smell. What is that? That's the drippings. All the drippings.
The bottom
coming
of the
from
oven.
And put that pan underneath there, right?
Yes,
Right,
yes.
right.
Sometimes you put a pan, sometimes you don't.
Right.
But the thing about it is there's an easy way to clean that oven now. So the tip is what you're going to do is put your oven cleaner solution on, or you can use vinegar with a little bit of paste. A little bit of paste. So like baking soda and vinegar will make a paste.
Really?
You put that all in your oven, put some aluminum foil. Aluminum foil, guys. Put some aluminum foil, lay it over the areas that you clean and let it sit for a while. Maybe take a taste of that stuffing while you're waiting for this to sit.
Because that'll help out.
It'll help out. So let that foil sit for a little bit.
Ah.
Then what you're going to do is take a trash bag. Make sure your oven ain't hot. It shouldn't be anyway.
Right.
But, some people just learn how to clean the oven. So what you're going to do is put a trash bag over the door.
Okay.
After it sits for a while, it's going to be easy to clean up. So how is that easy to clean up? You're going to take your rag. You're going to wipe all that gook now. All that gook is sitting there because the paste is drawing everything together. But you're going to scoop it into that trash bag.
Right.
That prevents the drippings from going down, in the bottom drawer because I hate that.
Right, me too.
Yeah. So wipe it a couple of times. Boom, you're done. You're done.
You
Easy
guys hear
cleanup.
that? Well, all right.
Now you can sit down and relax. Now, if you don't want to clean your oven, call CRJ Squeaky Clean or go to our website
That's right.
at www.crjsqueakyclean. And if you know someone that you want to treat for the holidays, I now have gift cards on the website.
Okay.
Someone else.
Hey.
So that is my CEO check-in, and stay tuned for more tips.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hire CRJ. I'm trying to tell you, y'all want some good cleaning. This one right here is going to
I'm
have your
telling
house
you.
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
She is. She really is.
All right.
And I'm going to take that tip.
I know that's right.
Vinegar and baking soda. Mhm.
What you got going
Well, for
on?
my CEO check-in, so since I'm developing the grid, learning how to use AI. Because people run from AI, but I'm telling you, AI could be your friend.
It sure could.
And it could really be your business friend. So for me, it's going to be my 24/7 assistant. It's going to help me write my emails.
I know that's
It's going to help me write my proposals. It's going to help me write social media posts.
Okay.
It's going to take my voice and turn it into content. It's going to schedule my tasks,
Okay.
my outline my projects. AI is the employee that you don't have the money to hire, train, or put on a payroll.
Yeah. That's true.
It can be your marketing machine. It can create content for you. You just train it in your voice and in your tone. You tell them all about yourself. And I'm telling you, you'd be like, oh my God, I wrote that. I did write that. And it sounds just like me. And then I tweak it.
Yeah.
Right.
It finds out exactly what your customers need for research. It analyzes your audience. It helps you with your test business ideas before you spend that money.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, it does it all. It can onboard for you.
Sure
We
could.
need HR books and different things for our businesses. It can standardize how your business can run so it can scale. I'm telling you, AI does it all.
It sure
It
do.
does.
It is good for business. So I'm telling you, don't run from it. Run to it.
I know that's right.
Another thing I'll say real quick, Rochelle, and
Mhm.
anybody else listening, if you haven't heard of Flow, go check out
Yes.
What's
Flow.
flow?
Flow is awesome. It's an AI tool, but
You
they
didn't
do
tell me about
AI
videos.
tool.
They do videos.
Videos.
Look at
It's,
this.
I put myself in the video and it still puts me somewhere that I'm really not. But that's scary at the same time, right?
It is. Because I'm
But
like,
it
can
does
somebody else
help.
do that
It
too
does help
with
with
my
the
stuff?
business because you could do marketing, putting
Wow.
yourself in the video and or
Mm-hmm.
use another person. I even put like my logo on the shirt through the
wanna see
video.
this.
Mm-hmm.
It's an awesome tool for marketing.
Rochelle, you knew
It
about
really,
flow?
really is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Marlo, you didn't know because your face looked like mine. Oh, well, good. See, I always have to pull Marlo in when I see Jilma and Rochelle. No, I be like, well, Marlo, did you know? I be looking at her back there like, did you know? Well,
Come on,
thank
mine said it.
you.
Tell us if you knew. If you knew.
Absolutely.
Listen.
Thank you guys for these awesome CEO check-ins today. Wow. We will be right back with our care break and Wakia and our awesome guests. We have Ebone Lockett. She will be back as well. So stay tuned.
Don't give up. Do not give up. Yeah. Do not give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in. It's not over. Don't give up. Yeah, I've been lower than hell. I've been shattered by life. At times I've been paralyzed. I've been at the brink so many times. Still I never gave in. I was built to survive. I've been broken, battered and bruised. I've been stuck and I couldn't move. Gotta keep, but I still stay strong. I still say it's game on. You want war? Then bring it on. Hang in there. Don't give up. It's not over. Hang in there. Don't give up. It's not over. I walk with pain that I never show. From every blow.
Hey, everybody, we are back. And we have Wakia here who's going to do the care break. Hey, girl.
Hey, Wakia.
Hey, ladies and
Hey.
mindsetters. How are you?
Doing
Hey, you look
good.
good.
Good. Well, thank you, ladies. Thank you.
So what you got for us today?
Well, today is going to talk about connection, short movement breaks, and humanity.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
So your situation, you feel isolated or physically stiff, long hours of the day caring for your loved one. Here's your connection break. Send a quick text, call, or video chat to a friend, or follow a caregiver for her support. Movement breaks. Combine this. Stretch. Walk around the house. Do a few simple exercise. Even 1 to 2 minutes can reduce stress and improve energy. Humanity. Show compassion. Act of kindness. Promote community well-being. Educate each other. because you have to educate us. You never know when it's going to be you or a loved one that need help. So remember, ask who you trust and trust who you ask.
I love it.
Thanks for taking this care
Awesome.
break with us. Mind the business that pays you.
I love it. That was awesome. Your
Good. Thank
slogan, I
you.
just
Thank
love that
you.
slogan. It's like one of the other slogans you told me. I always say, well, tell me who said it. She's like, if I told you, then you'll know. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind
That's
of like the
right.
point. And that
If
means
I
that
tell
she ain't
you,
going to
then
tell
you
me.
gonna know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. How's the weather down there in South Carolina?
Girl, it's cold. It's 37 this morning.
Oh,
In
It's
South
cold.
Carolina?
It's
Oh,
cold.
well, I'm glad I'm in Jersey with my own 37 then.
Yes, but that's it.
Oh,
We don't go below that. You do.
oh yeah, we do. Don't brag over there, okay? Don't brag. Don't brag. But thank you. We appreciate you every week with the care break, and we will see you on next week.
Yes, you will. Thank you. And thanks for listening, Mindsetters. Have a great evening.
All
Bye,
all
right.
Miss
Bye
right.
Leah.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye
And
bye.
now we are going to introduce our special phenomenal guest, Ebone Lockett. She's the CEO of Harvesting for Humanity.
All right. What we got?
Okay. All right. So Ebony M. Lockett, MSED, so education, is a community rooted
Hey.
educational practitioner, multidisciplinary artist, and chief visionary officer of Harvesting Humanity LLC, a research, learning, and development company she founded in December 2018. With over 24 years of award winning experience as an English language arts and humanities educator. She was guided by ancestral values. She bridges scholarship, lived experience, and transformative. One of them words again. I tell you, transformative leadership, ensuring healthy and well nourished people, policies, and places. So, welcome, Ebony.
Hi,
Hey, my friend.
Hello.
welcome.
Can we hear you?
Good evening, all.
Yeah. Oh,
How
look at
are
you. Starting.
Thank you
you?
so much to be rooted in this space, in this place. I hope you can see behind me. I'll turn to the left and the right. My background is just really bringing in that energy. I love water.
Me
It is one
too.
of my elements. It's the element that we, are most comprised of. So I just want to offer the energy of this space behind me to all of you, wherever you are in the 37-degree weather and the biting cold. I'm originally from New England,
Okay.
born and raised in Hartford, Connecticut, so I know what winter feels like, and that's why I did a reverse migration south. I'm actually chiming in here on the land of the indigenous nations of the Sugaree and Catawba people here in
Okay.
Charlotte, North Carolina, as we come to know it. And just again, thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you for minding the business that pays you
All
because
right.
I hear you, CEOs. I see you, beautiful, beautiful women of entrepreneurial spirits and journeys. I feel and understand how connected we are in this time, especially, and especially in the work that we do. Because I heard someone say, I need a cleaning. Oh, I know who cleans. I need a realtor. I know, I need a house. I know who's the realtor. I need an educator. I know who. So it's really about finding our people in these times and making sure that we are inextricably linked so that we get the job done.
Absolutely. And thank you
All
for
right.
accepting our invite. We appreciate it. You're such an exciting guest to have today. You're the CEO of Harvesting for Humanity. Am I correct?
Harvesting humanity.
Humanities.
Harvest.
Hmm.
Okay. So give us a little bit of your backstory. How did you come to start this type of a business?
Absolutely. So I have to start where it begins, right, with our ancestral lineage. So I am the granddaughter of migrant and immigrant farmers. My grandmother was a part of the Great Migration from South. So you go from Florida to Georgia, you go from Georgia, again, the migratory seasons and patterns.
Okay.
She had 11 children. My mother is the eldest of 11. And my mom was born in '09 in New York. So based on that great migratory pattern. Um, go to the other side, my grandfather immigrated from Jamaica. And so he came with many skills, farming being one of them, but a lot of understanding about what it took to till the soil and harvest from it. And so that's a part of who I carry with me in all of the work that I do. But I went to school thinking I would be a clinical child psychologist. That's what I thought I would do.
Okay.
And then the plan changed. I also had a dual degree in English because I was a writer from an early age, a published author. And
Okay.
so they said, "Would you like to teach high school?" And I was like, absolutely not. I was just, a couple years older
Right.
than the
Right.
students that they were about to have me in charge of. And I was like, I don't think that's for me. But it was 2 years. I made a 2 year commitment. I stayed in the classroom for 22 years. And then I started this company, born out of a need to be able to have a school without walls, in
Okay.
the best way to put it. Because I always came from the perspective that, we learn not for school, but for life. Learning for life, lifelong learning is a part of
Absolutely.
my journey continuously. And so that was kind of what shaped the company. And also knowing that we needed to see ourselves in the researchers, right? Not just the research data points and the
Absolutely.
statistics. We needed to see ourselves intimately engaged in the process of doing the research. And that was always a part of my praxis as a psych major. We were in the research of it, right? Whether it was the social research or the scientific research, we were in the figuring it out, the investigative part of it, which also required experiential learning. That's that learning piece of it.
Right.
And then development. We all need personal and professional development to live our best lives, right? We
Absolutely.
continue to learn, we continue to grow. We have to go for our CEUs because we know things are ever changing. I heard y'all talking about AI, ever changing. I mean, it's a
Yes.
whole new language, right? And so we're having to adapt and figure it out. And I think that's a beautiful part of the journey.
Yes.
That shifting and that change and that biological thing that happens, right, in
Right.
humanity and human beings. And so, yeah.
That's how it
Absolutely.
started.
Yeah. Um, a lot of entrepreneurs are focused on profit first. What does humanity first look like from a business standpoint?
Thank you for that question. Part of our niche is really doing it across the bottom line. So when we talk about our mission is we reimagine research, learning, and development to maximize the triple bottom line, which is our social, our environmental, and our economic. And we can't like dissect the three. We've got to really think about what's that social return on investment. How are
Right.
we not only benefiting the pocket, right, the economic, but how is that benefiting people? How is
Right.
that benefiting the planet? How is that benefiting the policies that are going to govern how we say we're going to show up for ourselves, one another in this planet? And so that's a real tangible three-legged stool for businesses. And every business say they have corporate social responsibility.
Right.
Even the largest nonprofits and the largest for-profits and the government institutions. Everybody says we're here to serve the people, right?
Right.
Or we're here to serve the customer. What does that really look like
Right.
if we're thinking about holistic health and well-being?
Wow.
Okay.
Awesome. Question that I have for you is how do you measure success in a business where impact can be more important than income? Pretty much you covered part of it here too, in what you just
Absolutely.
mentioned.
But
Yeah.
I think what you all are doing, it's one being able to share it and see the transformation, right? We can in real time see the number of houses sold. We can in real time see the growth from, 50K in revenue to 250K in revenue and you're
Right.
still making impact on people, policies and places, right? And that's for me to your point, that's that qualitative data that we have to be willing to really, really sell as much as we do the quantitative. Because I can say I touched 1,000 people, but how did the lives of those 1,000 people change? What were the
Correct.
material conditions what was that impact, that greater I? What does that look like? And that's our return on investment. And we always have to be paying attention to that because that's what shifts and transforms communities, neighborhoods, lives, period.
My
Absolutely.
question is, what are you concerned with? I see you concerned with food, water, people, land, food deserts, which if people don't know what a food desert is, it means you don't have a supermarket within how many miles of your house? Like
Walking distance, and
walking
we
distance of your house. And or you have a lot of stores that are just selling junk food. What are you really concerned? Because again, I knew you as humanities and social studies, and when I saw this part of you planning and the work, I was like, "What?" But it was so interesting, and even so, that's what I want to know. What is it that
so
you're really concerned about?
I'm concerned about our health and well-being. Ours, as in the greater we, the individual we, the material we. So what's happening to our environment? Like climate change is real, and people are starting to pay attention to that as we get hotter summers, warmer winter. This we've had every season in the last week, just about.
It's
And
true.
people are starting to notice those things, but they're not understanding why it's happening. So when we think about health and well-being, it's holistic. It's across the social drivers. Because like you said, when we talk about the word desert, that's kind of naturally occurring, right? This isn't natural phenomenon. We can do something about this. And the more we tell ourselves we can do something about it, we have a responsibility to do something about it, then our business is across sector, is interdisciplinary, is thinking about the whole person. We always, especially in education, hear about the whole child, but we never, rarely take these kids out into nature to play. How can we be thinking about the whole child and we haven't let these kids play in the dirt a little bit? You know, it's not our natural rhythm and cadence, and we have to be in tune and align with our natural rhythm and cadence.
Oh,
Oh, if a
yes.
person wants to get in the business like yourself, what generally are they interested in, and what does that look like?
Okay.
I think they really have to figure out what is their passion point. Mine just happened to be very cross disciplinary, interdisciplinary. So when I saw the intersections early on, like we were studying solar 12 years ago. People are catching up now, but it was important 12 years ago because we saw that there was no representation, especially for young black women in that industry. But it was taken off globally. And then it was really starting to become at a price point, even in our country, that it was becoming affordable and well used as an alternate source of energy. But when you talked about managers, when you talked about installers, even, there was no representation. And so when you see that, you know that something is not in balance, right? And that imbalance has to be corrected. And that becomes the solution. Here's the problem. Here's where the gap is. Here's the solution to fill that gap.
All right.
Now, what are key elements of building a culture that values humans over numbers?
We all win. Like you see this, we can take these vacations, right?
Because I
and
love
we
the water
and
too.
and be okay and be safe to know that we are all cared for, and
Mhm.
really be at ease and at peace. And when I say that, I'm saying like we all recognize that we're in a moment where the middle class is shrinking,
Yeah.
where you it's just everything is costing more. So if you're not making more, you're either going to be rich or you're going to be poor.
Yeah.
Bottom line, those polar opposites are becoming so stretched and tension filled that we know if we don't figure out how to balance that thing, we're really going to have some drastic disparities and inequities over the next few years,
Yeah.
And I think
which is
some people
on.
could be very surprised to hear that. I don't really hear people, unless you read a lot in that space, I don't really hear people saying there's going to be rich and there's going to be poor. Like the middle class is shrinking.
Yes.
Because they don't want you to panic. Do you think they want to ring that alarm?
Right.
If folks who
Yeah.
have
Right.
finally, like, they did everything they were supposed to do. We went to college, we got the degrees, we did da
Right.
da da, da, right? And now you had the CEO salary, you're in this nice house, and all of a sudden your mortgage is $4,000, $5,000, and you really don't have now the salary to pay that. People
Absolutely.
would panic. They
Yes.
don't want the world to panic.
I mean, but it's coming, it's here. So, I mean, we have to prepare for it because, like you said, Rochelle,
Preparation.
I see it. I mean,
Is the
people
key
need
to
to
life.
start
That's
preparing
right.
right now for these.
And we have to really make sure our young children, our young people are prepared because they're going to inherit this, right? And so what are the skill sets that we're really making sure that we're passing to them and we're sharing with them and we're building up in them. And that's all of them. Because we coexist. Go back to that word humanity. We coexist in this world for a reason. And so how do we do that equitably? How do we do that with a just vision and a just pathway? How do we do that with love, with agape love? Because even in war, right? There's this element of I'm going to do what I have to do, but I don't have to do it with a heart of hatred.
That's true. Absolutely. You
Wow,
gotta
that's a deep
do it. You
quote.
gotta
That's a
do
deep
it. But
quote.
that's pretty deep over there. Some people it might have went over their head, but we're here with you on that. We understand what you're teaching to everyone right now, and I hope everyone's kind of taking that in and understanding how deep this conversation really is. It's more than just the surface of what we're saying. It's going beyond that. We're saying be prepared. Get your third eye open. Focus. Stay woke. Pay attention to what's going on around you because it's happening with or without you.
You're right. So what can we do? What do we need? Like you blew me when you said I have a small solar, generator, and I use it to like solar power my phone. I was like, oh my God, why did I know that? Like, what can we
Really?
do
I
little
have
by little to
been
do
on a
stuff? Like,
dark road, honey. I have been on a dark country road and signal go out or light or power go out or something, and it's called everybody's calling it resilience now. We just called it preparation then, right? Because I bet you if you grew up with an older set of grandparents or parents, you knew where the flashlight was.
Right.
that's true.
You knew
Yeah.
That's
there were
true.
some
Yeah,
things
that's
you knew
true.
where they were in case of an emergency.
Wow.
Right.
Our children don't even know where the gathering spot is. Like,
Right.
have we practiced the drills? If there
Wow.
is a
It's true.
flood, what
That's true.
happens?
Yeah, that's
Where
true.
do we go?
Wow.
Where's the phone tree?
So wait, tell me the story of this. What was that with the cell phone and what was that, Rochelle? The solar
Oh, the
cell
solar.
phone.
She
What
has a
happened?
solar generator, a
Okay.
little one.
We have like a little small one for phones that can kind of power a phone. We have some larger ones that can power, like if we need to go off the grid for a couple days. Because again, we've had it happen. I've been in this country and others where power go out. If you don't
Okay.
have an alternate light, you in the dark for a while.
Right. I know about the generators for the whole house, but I wasn't aware of the
Oh, you have mobile.
for your
You have
phone.
listen. They have little solar campers now. Like you can put
Really?
folks doing some, and now those are the innovations. To your point, those are the innovations our children need to be at the forefront of.
Right. We need to
Those
learn how to live
innovations
off the
because they
grid.
exist.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
So what?
Yeah.
Go. I'm sorry, Monique. I can ask her all day. You go
No,
ahead.
no, go ahead. I was just amazed at
So
how
again,
she know how to live
what do
off
you
the grid.
suggest for us? Like even a little solar generator. What do you suggest? Because you said off the grid. Some people don't even know what that means. So if you want to explain that for us.
So when we have a storm and the systems go out, and sometimes you lose a lot of food because the refrigerator isn't
Right.
powered. Um, and now you see all these commercials. I mean, they have the goggles that you're supposed to, the night vision goggles. They have all kind of solar. I mean,
Yeah, I saw
it's
that.
always good to have another source of power in case the power goes down. Duke Energy, has had to shut the grid down because of hurricanes, storms, etc. But it also happens, and I don't push the panic buttons, but people get nervous when you say it. But it also happens in time of war. I'm looking at what the wars in other countries, and that's the first thing they attack is the grid.
Yes,
So
true.
if anything happens, how prepared are we to be able to survive a few days until we can figure some things out or find the community solar space or the community, whatever that looks like. What is the plan, and are we all aware of the plan?
And we can be the solar space too.
How?
We can get generators and things and have a space.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because
You
when you
understand what I'm
say
saying? So
we,
that's what I'm looking at as far as preparation. Like we don't want to talk about things, but right now we're in war in about 9 countries where we are even just helping. And
true.
sometimes when you're helping for whatever reason, because I
Mm-hmm.
always feel like we have a reason as to why we help, um, they sometimes strike back at us.
You're right.
Just the public. So what do we do? Like you said, what's the help tree? Where's the space? Like something does happen on their street. Does every family know where they're supposed to meet? Me and my daughter know where we're supposed to meet. If we get separated, we
Do the
got to be in the
neighbors
church.
know each other? Let's
Right.
start there
Right.
because
Yeah,
we
start
have
Okay.
there
So
now.
taken the neighbor
definitely.
out of neighborhood.
Yeah,
We have
that's
totally
true.
taken the neighbor out of neighborhood. We're just in the hood now, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's
we
true.
knew our neighbors. That's
That's
another
true.
Yeah.
thing,
That's
knowing your
true.
neighbor.
That's true.
It's things like that, being connected to the people next door to you.
What
Yeah,
about
yeah.
like canned goods and certain canned foods and
Good
foods that
question.
won't
I
rot or
always tell
whatever?
people think about the dry stuff too. One, the dry stuff lasts longer. Two, is going to be more nutritious. The canned stuff,
Okay.
unfortunately, high sodium. By the
So the
time you
dry
eat too
stuff.
Yeah.
much
Okay.
canned food, you know what I mean. So I always say dry beans because you can make you a fire outside and put a
Okay.
pot on there and have you can purify your water. There's a few things you can do. You know what I
Um,
mean. So knowing how to pack too, to your point, for
That's what I was going to
survival.
say. What would be
mm,
something that you would suggest for our mindsetters to put in a survival kit or bag for us to be ready to go off the grid, so to speak, if something like that was to happen? Like, what would be in your bag?
Batteries. You want to have batteries and light sources. Any kind of
Okay.
light and battery sources. You want to have food for at least they say 5 days. I mean, it depends on how strong you are. I know
Okay.
my arm's a little weak, so I'm like I better have a. I need one
Right.
of the little buggies that you know the ones with the wheels
Yeah.
because I need to start working out a
Right.
little
I
more.
got
But
one.
Okay.
you know
Okay.
what you can manage for a few days, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely some food. And I say
Okay.
again, dry food,
Dry
not
food.
just things. Canned goods, but cans can get heavy. That's
Yeah,
another
that's
thing.
true.
So if you
That's
got
true.
dry beans, that's not as heavy as 10 things of canned food. And them beans you can make a stew out of the beans, and the next day you can have some tacos if
I know that's right.
you know keep doing
Yeah,
something different each
that's
day.
right.
Right. That's
Okay.
It
true.
reminds
Yeah.
me, what was it years ago? Y2K. Do y'all remember that?
Oh
Oh, then
yeah.
we think listen. We thought
I
when the
packed up
2000 hit,
like,
the analog
I,
was gonna be screwed up,
yes,
and the
Oh,
I
world was
packed up
ending.
everything.
Listen, was there any bread on the shelf?
Yeah.
no,
No.
No,
there
no
wasn't
bread,
nothing.
no water,
Soon as
That
they
probably
said
no
it, I
milk
was
and no
out at them
eggs.
stores and I had bins up to the ceiling.
Would that be something else people should do? Like you said, get a lot of water and liquids and start just,
Absolutely,
just stocking
absolutely.
stuff up. Sometime when there's sales or whatever, just get some stuff to put in our off the grid bag is what we're gonna call it.
Off the
We
grid
need some
And I
bag.
stuff for
love
our
that
off
you
the grid
plant. Like
bag.
you show us how to plant. You know what I'm
See,
saying? I mean,
listen,
Oh wait, what
there
about
was a
planting?
reason we had seeds braided in our hair, y'all.
Oh. So what can we plant? I definitely don't have a green thumb. You
Me
give
either.
me some plants and
You
I'm
you
just
think
gonna
you
tear
don't
up.
until that becomes your food source, and the only way you're
Oh, I
gonna
know
eat,
that's
you figure
right.
it
That's
out.
kind of
We
hard to
Yeah.
do,
think
and that's the
about,
thing.
though.
We've been
good point.
innovating for so long. We've been figuring
Mm-hmm.
stuff out for so long.
Right.
We've been changing terrains and even figuring out the new soil and how to mend it to get what we need. We are resilient by nature. So that's why I said when people just learning a word we have carried in our bones all our lives.
Yeah, that is true. I guess we got
So
to get
tell
it
them
together.
about when I went to the presentation that you had because you have a collaboration with UNC, University of North Carolina, and the University of Connecticut, and I came to see what the young people were presenting because they had their master's program present, and they were doing redlining and they were doing the food deserts, and they had a place where they were talking about food, and they had different sources of planting. Like this one guy had a hydro. It's all water. You didn't even have to have soil. And they were planting things. I was like, what? So tell us about things like that. Like people can do things in their houses. We have raised beds.
Absolutely.
Some of us down here, we have
Absolutely.
raised beds or beds where we are planting, vegetables, lettuce. I mean, tell us about that.
I think, as importantly as we just said, just being able to be self sufficient in ways that are going to keep you alive, keep you healthy, keep you thriving. And so, one of the ways we understand is through teaching those skills and making sure they live on. That's why we had home economics classes back in the day.
Which
That's why,
they took
because
out of
those
the
skills
system
and those
now.
trades needed to live on because they were a rudimentary and fundamental part of how not only we connect, but we keep ourselves safe, we keep ourselves fed, we keep ourselves clothed because the same, hemp that you might be growing can be used for clothes and is used for so many other things.
Right.
So it's even taking those raw materials and making them into manufactured goods. All of those things we have been doing and we've kind of forgotten and need to get back to. And so when
Mm,
you say that, I say I cushion all of that in the frame of education. Again, that school without walls,
Right.
because we know that takes training. For some of us, that was sitting down watching your grandmother knit, and you learn
Right.
how to knit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
For some
Absolutely.
of us, it was watching your grandmother cook, and that's how you learn how to cook. But it was always under a skilled hand, and there was some kind of traditional passing it down. So part of the education process, even for graduate students, is to understand how this shapes the communities that they're working in, because they're going to go off and get jobs in our communities. And if they don't understand how it connects to what's living and breathing and who's living and breathing there, then we'll have all these things designed for community and not by community. And so that's why it's important for me to work with college age students, high school age students,
Right.
everyone, we say from the womb to the tomb, so that there's a vertical alignment and how we groom our children to be innovative thinkers, to start, to your point, thinking about how do I grow if I'm in a small cubic foot? How can I measure, using those math skills, blending that disciplinary thinking, how can I measure um, enough space to grow an X if I needed to be, if I needed some tea. I love herbs too. So I think
hmm.
herbs grow very well indoors as well in the hydroponic situations. I'm not really a fan of too much plastic anything. So
Yes.
even the
Hmm.
food grade plastic
Rochelle
I
face.
worry about. And so
Hmm.
I always think about that balance between, does the benefits outweigh the detriments? And so even when I think about AI, because I know on the back end that there are data centers that are going to kill people because of AI, I'm always really like, if I need to use it to be
Right.
aware of how it's moving in this world, okay, let me figure that out. But I don't want to rely on it because it doesn't need to think for me. I need to be
Right.
this fleshly thinking, feeling body for
Absolutely.
myself.
Absolutely.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
I want it to support me, but
Hmm.
not
Right.
become me,
Right.
because
Hmm.
I think that's really the scariest thing. And the reason I say that is because I deal with a lot of adolescents who have a warped sense of reality, who are now, bots are their best friends, and they tell them to commit suicide and they doing it. Like
No.
those are strange behaviors that we
Wow.
Ooh.
have to really
Pros
check
and the
when we're
cons.
talking about use of technology.
Right. And Rochelle had brought up
Wow.
a point to us about water. Something with the AI need water. Rochelle was.
Oh, we were saying, yeah, it needs water. The plants need water to cool off. All the questions we give it, and it takes a large amount. So
An
now
Olympic pool size per day. And
per
that's one
day,
facility.
it's 7 bottles for one question.
That's
Yeah.
per
Really?
facility. I could show you clips of community members, black, white, rural, poor, well, who's saying it is killing us in a number of ways. One is the number of trucks that's coming in to build these plants. The fatalities are being driven up. Pedestrian fatalities. So now
Wow.
you got traffic issues and road issues because you're
Wow.
trying to get through these heavy duty trucks, building trucks through small rural areas.
Oh, wow.
So
Not thinking
nobody's thinking
about
about that.
that.
That's the
Nobody's.
country
Yeah.
road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all of that, and then it's air pollution. It's so many layers of it. Again, we have to really find a balance, because I understand it's here. I understand
Right.
it's technology. I understand it's innovation, but do we innovate to the point of destruction?
Correct.
Mm.
Well, that was a really good point you made because Rochelle was
Yeah,
talking
that
about the
is.
water, and I
That
was like,
is.
well, I didn't think about the infrastructure and all the stuff that you just named.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Oh,
It's deep. It really
it
is.
is. It's really deep.
What does it look like in a day in the life of Ebone Lockett doing the Harvest in Humanities? What does that look like?
Early mornings, late nights, but just joyful work, right? It looks like legacy, lifting up legacy, and knowing that, like, we're finding others, we're really weaving the web and making sure that our people are well, and that is across spaces and places, because we are really blessed to do this work locally, nationally, and globally. So we get to really love on our people in beautiful ways all wherever we are. And I think that always brings me joy. That always brings me joy. Um
Well, give me an
and
example of something you did today.
So today I started with a one-on-one with a former student of mine. I taught at West Mecklenburg High in Charlotte, North Carolina. He was a former student of mine, as was two of his siblings. And then his mother and I ended up teaching together because she came to the high school and started teaching. But they are all native to Charlotte. He's a Winston-Salem graduate.
Mm.
And he had reached out because he's just trying to figure out his next leg of the journey. So we
Mm-hmm.
met at the Archivist off of Betty's Ford, the coffee shop, and I think it was a really good place to meet because that was also a classmate of his. Um, the owner of that establishment,
Ah.
went to West
Mm-hmm.
Meck as well.
Okay.
She was there. I think she graduated in 2008, and I came to the school in 2007. I moved to Charlotte in 2007. So that's what started off my morning. In that facility, we ran into a young man, Desmond Wiggins, who owns a company called Battery Exchange.
Mm.
Okay.
He is a Julius Chambers graduate, went off to Winston-Salem, and then start getting checks from Magic J, and has been to Kamala
Yeah.
Harris's like doing big things
Okay.
from our community,
Oh yeah.
young black man, and we just celebrating all of our young black men, especially because we understand like there's a lot stacked and not in their favor,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
absolutely.
And so how do we help them really celebrate the wins and celebrate it in big ways? That's another thing that gives me great joy is when we can, lift up in whatever way, the ways in which our people are really stepping into their genius, their joy, their inheritance, their legacy, right? Their
Absolutely.
entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
So when you're leading a purpose-driven organization, how do you avoid burnout and stay grounded in the mission?
That's a
Because
great
this has
question.
to be a lot. It's a lot to
You,
be
you
doing
you
your
you
day.
link with great women like yourself. You link with great men like I just mentioned. You make sure you're training up the next generation. So when the torch gets heavy, you say, "Oh, it's starting." You're like, "Oh, okay, I need a little break." You
Right.
can pass it and
Pass it
know
along.
That's
they
right.
got it.
That's right.
And that's really what it is: building capacity within ourselves and among ourselves and between ourselves and with all of that.
And
What?
that is the key.
Yeah, it
Even like
is.
with what we do, Jill and
Right.
I and Monique, just trying to get information out to other people so that they can
Yeah.
grow their business, so they can have a business. Because a lot of times it's where do we start? Like what you just did with that young man. People come to us and say, "How do I start?" They
Right.
don't know, and
Right.
just because it's always been that way where we were passing things down. We had internships and we sat under people. We had apprenticeships, but we don't have that anymore, and
And
it's
Yeah.
so
so thank you
important.
for saying that because I want to make sure I finish his story. So I name his name and I put it out there as well. He
Absolutely.
um he documents Stomp and Shake. So that's
Oh,
the type of cheerleading that's really kind of known to the bands and the southern bands. And
Okay.
but the one thing he was saying, he was trying to like figure out what his next step was. And at toward the end of our like 2 hour conversation, he mentions that he's already getting a check from YouTube. I said, so wait a minute. You've monetized YouTube over the last year, and you telling me you don't know where to start? You already get you doing
Right.
better.
Right.
I said I don't even monetize
Right.
YouTube, and so I was able to really show him
wow.
like you already walking in it.
Right.
Here's a few things you can do to just ratchet it on up to the next level. You already doing it. You've said the minimum you've made is about $600 a month for the last year. Doing what? You are people just going to your site. You've learned how to monetize YouTube
Right.
already.
Wow.
You already hit like you there.
Some people
So
don't
it
know
was
they
just
already
it was just
started.
another reminder.
They
Yeah.
just need a little
Yeah.
push sometime or
Yeah.
guidance.
Right. Or
Um,
somebody to
That's
do
true,
like what
gentlemen.
you
That's
yeah.
and
true.
Ebone did and said, listen, you already started. You're worrying about starting something that you're in the middle of. You're not starting, you already there. Just keep on
And I was
going.
able to link him with Desmond. That's why I mentioned Desmond, and because
Oh my
now
goodness.
your social capital is at work, and you're saying,
Right.
"Hey, I'm gonna link y'all too because there may be you may need to do some work for him
Right.
because everybody needs somebody to do some videography. We need people to
Mm-hmm.
capture things for
We
us.
do too.
So again, it's like you said, it's making those connections. It's continuing to support each other because
Right.
that's really what it is at the bottom line. We have to support
Support
each
each
other and we
other.
get to do a better job of it. because
Absolutely.
there is no reason we have such grave disparities even among our communities.
That's true.
Right.
There are the haves and the have-nots, right? We know what young kids are not getting 3 square meals a day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that, I think about like the greatest movements of our time, they were focused on how do we take care of the elders and the children. How do we do that collectively? Because that's all of our
It
responsibility.
sure
Right.
enough is.
Definitely.
Now, what myths about community focused organizations would you like to clear up? About people who want to get into the line of
That
work
we
that
don't
you
have
do.
the capacity, we don't have the know-how, and that we don't have the resources. All three of those things are myths because all three of those things are within our reach. Um, there's been so many times where I've seen intellectual theft, and it's unfortunate,
Oof.
right?
Really?
But it's because people understand we know because we're closest to the problem, we're also closest to the solution. So
Oh, I
nobody
like
could have
I
said
that.
it.
like
Good
Put
that.
that
point.
on
That's
there.
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
else's quote, and he
Yeah.
said that, and he said it so powerfully.
Woo.
He said
Right.
the only problem is we're usually furthest away from the access and the power.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You dropping
But
some
I,
jewels
again,
for
we
our
we have everything we
mindsetters.
need.
yes.
Wow.
We
I'm
have
gonna have to
everything we
remember
need.
that
Yeah,
one.
me too.
Wow.
And
That's a good one, right?
That's strong.
It's a
Yeah.
couple of them. I'm gonna go back and rewatch this and start writing some
I
stuff
know
down.
that's true. I thought Jim had a question. Do you have a question, Jim? I thought you
Um,
had a question.
I was basically going to say what was just mentioned. What I heard today in the meeting was there were some people on a meeting that I had who were saying, I don't know where to start XYZ. And the leader of the meeting say, you just jump in and you start, right? So, but the key word is, he said, which we just heard, is just get with the right group of people. You start and you grab people who already has the knowledge. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. And then
That's
you'll
true.
start growing. Eventually you'll get out there on your own, but still, even when we learn, we still continue to learn, right? So that was a good point for me today, and you just tied it all back in together. Is just start and help others as you learn because others helped you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely, and
Yeah.
continue to help me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Because as I said, I'm a lifelong learner. My mother said,
Me
"I always
too.
knew you was gonna be in school forever."
That's
And I
a
laughed,
good
but
thing.
I was always so intrigued about, the only math I really liked was statistics because it was connected to
Oh,
social
who likes
science and
Mm.
brain-based
statistics?
behavior, right? And it just intrigued me. But
Right.
is the notion, to your point, that we can always learn something new, because even I have a mentor, and that's what I said to him this morning. I said, it took me 5 years to really figure out that I was running a business and not a passion project. Like
Mm.
what that
Mm.
meant in the bottom line,
Oh,
what that
Mm.
had to mean for revenue, what that had to mean
Right.
for even like bookkeeping. Because I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm just getting up doing what I love every day, and
Right.
I'm bossing, right?
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
until tax time, and then you're like,
Right.
woo, I'm the boss. I got to do all this, huh? Like this is
Yeah.
on me. And
Right.
then you
Right.
figure out all of that along the way. Had I really studied before I took the leap, it wouldn't have taken me 5 years to learn the lessons I learned. But I'm grateful to have had those experiences and learn them so that others don't. That's why I told them, I said,
Right.
you don't have to make the same mistakes. Listen,
Absolutely.
let me teach you, let me show you where the pitfalls were for
Right.
me. They may
Right.
not be the same ones for you, but if you can avoid these ones right here,
Right.
here's how you do it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Hire you an accountant, hire your blank, make sure you get your and all the things that I can, share, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because to your point, I have mentors to this day who I have to call up and say, listen, I'm struggling with X. I need a little support.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I always say to people, who would you be if money wasn't an issue? Whoever that is or whatever career that is, that's what you should be doing. And then just tie in, like you just said, how to get paid from it.
Mm-hmm.
I always say to people, I love doing your hair and all that when I was into the hair, the hairstyling business, but you're going to pay me when you come in there. I love you and I love
right.
your hair, but you still going to pay
Right.
me at the end of the day. I'm going to give you your little ticket and you're going to go to the counter. Because I
Absolutely.
love it don't mean that you should be doing it for free all the time. People have to learn what their worth is as well,
Mm-hmm.
and then tie it into paying yourself first.
Amen.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
That's
that
true.
just brought me to same meeting. There was another business owner who had a customer ask for something that she didn't provide.
Okay.
And she was asking our mentor on the software and what should she do, and he said, don't change it for one person.
Right. That's what I was
Send her
saying.
through the same route she's supposed to go through, which is
Right.
kind of what you're
Right.
saying is don't be afraid to stick to your processes either.
That's true.
Especially with one request.
Right.
You want to change
Absolutely.
everything in the background just to satisfy one person. That's really not going to get you nowhere.
No.
Yeah.
It's true, but it's great if we can know because of our circle, like we were saying before, that you can know of a person that can actually do that for them and send them to that person.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do it with them, because I always tell
Absolutely.
them,
Or do it with
I'm
them.
not going to do it for you, but I'm going to do it with you.
That's what I said. I'll push you, but I ain't pulling. That's the truth.
Yeah, right.
That's
Rochelle said,
That's
push,
right.
but I'm not pulling.
Listen, because
Me
if I'm
neither.
pulling, that's more exertion, or I'm wanting more than you do, and that's
Right.
not good.
And
Right.
my back
No.
will wear out. Cause
Listen,
I was
listen.
about to say,
All right.
Rochelle, we ain't been to the gym yet. We can't pull nothing.
Oh my goodness.
I
Listen, that would be
told
so
you, I
wise.
keep that little wagon.
Yeah,
Me
right.
too.
I keep
So you
that little
your
wagon. I'm
huh?
telling you, that thing
With no
popping in and out of
cans
the
on it,
car.
just
So
dry
good.
food, right? She said no cans. They're too heavy. And some of our final questions now, because I know our time is winding up. You're such an awesome guest that it's hard to even end this conversation. But how can our audience, our mindsetters, plug in and be a part of a humanity mission if that was something or a type of business that they wanted to venture into?
Absolutely. So first they can reach out to us at Harvesting Humanity, HARVESTING, humanity.com. We are going to be having a couple of webinars over the next few weeks just to tell people how they tap in. We have some experience for our elementary, our middle, and our high school students, especially because we want to keep them engaged over the breaks, and particularly when we want to give them an alternative to going and hanging out and doing some things they don't need to be doing. Here's a way to sharpen yourself and get connected or reconnected and recommitted, especially before the new year rolls around. You know, we all have our New Year's resolutions. How we gonna have the mindsets to match? That's what I know.
All right.
You know,
Well,
because
that's a
that's
good tag, Mo. The
Right.
mindset's
The
the match.
mindset's the
yeah.
match.
So
You know, I was thinking that, Rochelle. You know me. I was like,
I'm
when
writing
should
it
I listen
down.
to this show again? I'm going to start writing some notes.
That's good to match. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Well, now listen, we're not gonna let you get off the hook either with without doing the radio drop that we do. So what you have to do? I
all
don't
right.
know,
What I have
Rochelle.
to
Did you
do?
let her know? Did you
No,
tell
you
her?
said you ain't on that from now on.
I
I'll
know,
let
but
it be a
did you tell her?
surprise.
No, that's your.
She gonna be up. She gonna be good. She gonna be good.
Okay. What you have to do is say your name, the name of the company, the name of your company, and that you're on with the ladies, or however you want to say it, of Mind the Business That Pays You podcast. So you get 2 tries. And you can
Okay,
say
2
however
tries.
you
All right,
wanna
let's
say
see if
it.
I can knock this out.
Okay.
All right, you are here today with Ebone Lockett, founder and CEO of Harvesting Humanity, and we are featured with the Dynamite Ladies of Mind the Business That Pays You. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a splendid time.
Wow. She got.
Where the clap at? Yeah, where the claps at?
I said, right? We
You
didn't
did
clap,
awesome.
right?
If not, maybe we can clap.
That was one of the best, right? That was one of the
Awesome.
best.
Thank you so much. And before we leave, I want to shout out to some of the mindsetters. Are you on the Facebook one, Rochelle, or the other one?
Yes, I'm looking at yes.
Okay, you want to shout out? I see a couple of people there. Eric Pittman. Hey.
Oh, you go ahead, because I'm trying to find him. Go right. I don't see it on
Bridget
my end, but go right
Mungin.
ahead.
Hey, cuz. Norm, he's one of the CEOs here at BKS One
Norm.
Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Jackie Orr, my cousin. Hey. Darcel Elise, how are you, Mindsetter? And DeWad Stevens. It's probably some more, but that's about as far as I'm going to go now. We thank you, Mindsetters, for tuning in. We like to thank our awesome, awesome guests again.
Yes.
For being here and dropping so many jewels for our mindsetters.
Oh,
We really appreciate you. Don't forget to tune in next week, everyone. Our topic is going to be from beads to business. That's a mother and daughter company. Wait a minute. A mother and son. Right, Rochelle? Mother and son duo. They just
one of my
changed their
power
name
females.
to, what is it? Orberry bracelet?
Anderberry. Anderberry bracelets.
Yeah, they just changed it, so forgive me, guys. Say the name
Yeah.
again, Rochelle.
Say that again, Mo.
Anderberry is the name of
Yes,
it.
Anderberry.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
their company is called Anderberry Bracelets. Again, it's a mother and son business. So they're going to be on here right before the Christmas time, letting you know how to get their bracelets and even become an owner if that's what you choose to do, or entrepreneur in this field. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in. We're on our way out now. We appreciate you, and always remember, never be too busy to mind the business that
Business that
pays
pays
you.
you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Juma wanted to stay longer.
I'm like, wait, where she go?
Mind the business that pays you.
Oh, I love y'all.
Love you.